Hello, hello, this is Arcades, and welcome to a bit of a... I'm going to try to do these tips and helps videos for Foundry. I've been streaming Foundry over on Twitch at Arcades Test.tv. Link in there in the thing and all that. So I figured what I'm going to do is show a bit of tips and tricks as best I can. And so you can go from a little setup like this as you start to something like this, as I've been building this over the facility, over the time. It's a big maze of spaghetti. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's a facility that produces stuff at different times, different places. Each floor is a different process level. And the big thing is you got to start from a small setup, doing a little bit of mining with little miners. Eventually you get to your underground mining, to your blast furnace, which, as big as it is hiding right around this corner. So the whole idea is you're making this journey, and everything about Foundry is, as I can say it, oh, that isn't a blast furnace yet. Right now they have some temporary art. It's one to show you is not permanent, but the blast furnace right there. As it gets updated, I'll update that, hopefully, at least with a picture. Anyways, so how do we go from the little dinky thing to this? Because this is at the end of the road, and I'm going to need another one of those. So the biggest, probably the easiest way is just to simply, let's look at some basics, figure out how things are built together, put together, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. So let's find a different place, and let's get started with some basics. Okay, we're gonna start with the actual front end of the game. Right here, you get your front end, new game, load game, join server, host server. I'm not doing anything with multiplayer right now. Settings. For certain settings you can only change here, such as number of hotbars. So I'll take it or leave it. I'm just going to set for 4 now. You got your graphics, audio, multiplayer, all that right here. Now, you hit new game, gives you randoming, and let's see what it gives me. Alright, so when you first start, you'll come into here. It'll give you an overview of stuff. I know most of this stuff, so I'm probably not going to read through most of it, but I'll give you some ideas what you can do to start out. And when you start out, you're kind of slow. Good, well, I wouldn't say you're slow, but when you start out, you'll always have a technomine, you'll always have a xenoferrite right near you, and sometimes you have a little extra seed nearby, like we got another technom right down there. Right now, we just need to worry about these two. And 0, 0, we got this right here. Now, if you see up the top right, it says mine some stuff. So let me get that taken care of real quick, and then I'll come right back. I thought I'd like to mention, for the beginning part of this, just go ahead and grab, it'll say only get 150, but go ahead and just grab it all. All these rocks on the top. Just using your drill on them. And because you're going to need it all later. So might as well just go ahead and grab it straight ahead. And if you want to access your inventory so you can see how many you get, you hit B. It'll bring up your inventory. There is C for your crafting, but we will get to that a little later. And tab actually allows you to switch between your hotbars. And your key numbers on top. Okay, so we've got the ferrite. I'm gonna head over to the techum, and which is a little bit off to our right, because you see right here, this little arrow shows you the direction you're facing. So it's right ahead of me. Let's go. Now there is an auto climb, so anything of one square, one block, will auto climb up. Okay, so we're here. Let's go ahead and collect this, and we'll get on to the next stage. Okay, so I got the task completed, but we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, finish this. Yeah, I got room in my inventory. Because we will be processing that in a moment. Now, what I'm going to do is overproduce, basically, based these tasks. So it's going to ask me for things, and I'm going to overproduce on it. Now, when you go to start, you may have an inkling to want to find the flattest place possible. In my experience from building, unless depending on your build style for these type games, you know, Satisfactory, Factorio, I guess Fortress Craft, or even, what is a few other factory games? Oh yeah, Dyson Sphere Program. Those are the four I know mainly of. Plus this, you want to go flat. In my experience from playing this, I've got 2 major playthroughs so far. Just going through the flat doesn't really matter, because as you build through the game, you're going to have a flat terrain anyways, because you're going to require a whole bunch of building blocks to place everything on. So you'll end up creating a flat terrain anyways, just from the building blocks alone. So it's not really a question of finding a flat spot as much as it is finding a place suitable to build out wide for your beginning area. I'm going to get about 200 biomass, which I think is the cap for a stack. Or actually, no. Get about... Hold on. Is it the... Okay, yeah. Get 200. That way you have 2 stacks. And you'll see in a second why I'm suggesting that. This is probably going to turn more to like a quick start. Tips. So you can get through some of the earlier stuff a little bit smoother. And as you can see at the top screen, it's telling me how much I'm getting. And what you're going to do is you're going to use your biomass collection right now as a way to help clear the land, which I'm sure probably will do anyways. And I need a 7, so this tree should do it. 203, that's good enough. Yeah, let's grab that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick one of the higher points around. I'm not a big fan of the sand. Personally, I like building mountain bases. But looks like we have a decent spot right here. So let me clear out a few more of these trees, and then I'm going to start placing here, because our xenoferrite is like a little bit... It's in that direction. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to clear out this area a bit, so give me a minute. Okay, so it seems there's a common ground between here and this area. So I think what I'm going to do is right around here, because the ferrite's right over there, and the techum is right over here-ish. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. So this sand pit. So right here seems like a good spot to build something at. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to, now up in the corner it says craft a primitive furnace. You just hit C. You can click with your left to do 1. You can click with your right to do 5, but I only want 2, so that's all I'm going to do. So craft 2 of them. And then with your right mouse button inside your inventory, it'll allow you to come to an instant build mode. You don't have to put them on your inventory bar, but you can. Oops. And then, or you can place them down here. Either way is fine. And then you can hit 2, and it will bring it up. Now, since I'm going to make my initial stuff right here, we're going to place both of these right here. Now, the reason why I want to do 2 of them is now it's asking you to craft plates and rods. So we're going to go ahead and set this one for plates. this one for rods. Now you have two options when it comes to managing your inventories. You can dealing with the you can either open this up and you could place individually in there, and as you see, it starts rolling. The other option is you have these up and down arrows. One is the auto insert and one's the auto I guess withdrawal. I hit down and it'll automatically throw in the ore. Won't throw in the fuel, so you're gonna have to do that manually. Now this is why I said 200 fuel, because this way you can put a full stack in each machine and away they go. Now the auto inserts are cool because as it goes down, you click it again, it takes in more ore. And they will sit there and keep producing. So, now you have two choices. You can either, and this is actually kind of what I'm going to do for the case of this, I'm going to go to here and I'm actually going to create 2 more furnaces. Not necessary, but that's what I'm going to do to speed this up a bit. So more of that, and more of that. Now obviously the thing of this is you're going to have to, now you see I only got 97 here, so I'm going to split this. We're going to come down here, and if you look over here, the eye will tell you the different things. So I want to split the stack. And so I'm going to hit shift and the right mouse button. And it'll ask me how much. Put in. I just want to split half. Put it there. Done there. Grab this. Do the same thing there. And, oh, I put the wrong one here. So we're going to reset task. It'll reset the thing. You come in here. We'll click rods. And then I can click that, and away they go. And here. We'll click there, and there, and they will produce up to a full stack. So while they're doing that, I'm coming, we're going to go back and we're going to collect more biomass because they're going to go through that. And we're going to need to clear out some of these trees anyways, so to get to the so we can make a flat area that leads over to the Techum, or to the ferrite, because we're probably going to build closer to the Techum in this case. Popcorn. I love calling these blue things popcorn. Whoop. Things will get faster over time as you research stuff in the future. Right now, our goal is to get some basic mining set up. And this will help clear us the way for future builds. Or future building, I should say. I say builds, as if there's going to be more than one. Alright, we've got that cleared out. Let's go check on our... I didn't get a huge amount, but I did get enough, a little extra. Alright, that one's empty. This one I think is actually full. So, now we want to empty that out. Whoops. So, we're going to come to here, and we click the... Wait. Wait, why do I have 3 things? Okay, I screwed up. Alright, so, I screwed up again. So we got all that content there. I'm going to read what this. And now it put all those plates that were in there, because I reset it, in my inventory. So, and now I'm going to put that in there. Now, in the case of here, we're going to throw more there. Hit this button, the auto withdrawal. Now I have 20 rods. I'm going to grab those plates. And I think I'm going to and deposit. Oh, I'm already out. Okay. All I got is the tech and more. So, since that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and reset this task because I screwed up earlier. Change that to that. And we'll let it go. That way you can manage what you have available to you. Now, it's asking me to build building blocks. It says to make 20. That's probably a good choice right now. So, we can make 16. I need a few more rods. Let me go and grab those. And grab those. Now, as you see, it shows you how many you can make. Now, as I said earlier, you can hit your right mouse button, your left one to create one at a time. You want to create 5 at a time, you hit your right mouse button. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. As you see down here in the bottom left, it is crafting them. However, this recipe builds 5 at a time. So we just did 20, because I thought it did 1 at a time. So 20 times 5 is going to give us quite a bit more than 20. Okay, so what we got to do now is we need to get this started and rolling. Oh, L for light. We have the fair thing. Now, what I like to do when I go to start this, now we can come over here, right click, and it's talking about the electricity. I will go over that in a moment. Is we need a, what is it, 1, 2, I want to do a 4x5. So when you go to drag, it'll show you a bunch of the blocks. Don't worry, yes, I'm putting them straight on the thing. It's not a big deal right now. And you will see there's a method to set madness. You want to actually put it so it's right over the center of it. Now, mass dismantling. So if you hit Z, you can demolish, as you can see, which does 1 item at a time. Or you hit Control Z, and it will give you the bulk demolish, which then you click on the block to start with, drag the square to the shape you want, then you pick your height. And when you click, it does it. Okay, so what I want is I want to leave a 2x2 hole right there. Now we're going to go in inventory. We're going to set the blocks down to there. Whoops. And we're going to put them on 3. And then we're going to come down to there. And there. Now, okay, this is where we're going to start with. A little donut ring, and you'll understand why I selected this in a moment. Even though I actually, hold on. I'm going to go ahead and fill it in. I have an idea. So now we got to craft a drone miner. Come in here. Drone miner. One of them. Actually, we're going to need to create 2. Now, if you look down in the bottom left, you'll see it shows the drone miner being produced, but it's making other items so that it can make that item. I must have accidentally turned auto climb off. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those plates, grab those rods, and we will grab those rods. And we are out of... Yep, see, that's the thing. We are now out of those initial rocks. So we're going to come down here. Let's grab said miner. Now, if you notice above, as you're placing it down, it says how many it's going to produce. Make sure you turn off your inventory. Or how many it can reach. So we can get 99 here. So we're going to put that one there. And I want to test, so I'm going to make one more. This one's going to go over the Tecum, but I need it to confirm something. And I'm also going to take this and drag one extra layer. $93. Okay, so that's 99. That's 93. Okay. I'm just going to make smaller platform. As you can see on the third line of text at the top, it says size of 6 by 1. That's how big the box is right now. And now it asks you your height. As you see, it goes 1 there. And this is where... The reason why I'm doing this is I want to conserve it for the blocks for later. And this should be more than enough right now for this. Okay, now I need to craft a biomass generator. So we'll do that right there. Notice again, it's subcrafting items needed, and those items are coming from the Tecum rods. And we'll just instant build this. Panel that way. Now this is a generator that creates low voltage power. Low voltage power is what flows through the blocks and allows you to put these on here and power them up. And in this case it's looking for biomass, so I auto insert that, and there it goes. And with that, here comes the little drones. Now there's more to this little design that I'm going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and take a minute. I'm going to set this same thing up over at the Tecum, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got the Tecum rods, or Tecum ore, being collected right now with the miner. I built another biomass spreader, put what I had left in. I just went and collected some biomass, and then I'm just now going to throw that in there. So now this is going to sit here and collect this, which it's already full. So we're going to grab that, run over to where we put our furnaces, and we're actually going to reset this task back to plates. So we got plates this there, plates in that one, and then rods in here. Oh, the other one took over. Alright, so I'm going to grab the rods out of there. Alright. Okay, now I'm grabbing the ore out of here, which I will take the click there. Now it says craft a smelter, craft 2 loaders, and 20 conveyors, and then build the smelter on a foundation. Now here's where the extra foundations I got coming into play. I think I'm just going to build something right across here, and everything's just going to come up to here. So we're just going to build a plate on top of here pretty much. So I'm just going to grab some of these, and we're just going to make a, let's see, that. Yeah. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and insert that. Okay, now we're going to come in and craft again. It's at a smelter. Grab that, 2 loaders. and 20 conveyors, so that's 2 of that recipe. So that's all building on the side, and you see how it's nested in the bottom left. So now it said smelter. We built our smelter. As you can see, it gives you a bit of a size here. Now, if you want to rotate it, you can just hit R, and it's on there. Now, ideally, if you're playing it simpler, you could just build this with one of the other systems. But I'm going to go ahead and do this in a little differently. I'm going to make one more biomass burner. And they won't go to waste later. They will actually have a use for a little bit. So don't worry about that. And give me, and there's nothing there. Okay. So we need more of these. So I'm going, let's see, we come up here, it says shift left craft maximum, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to get more blocks in. Now it wants loaders, and what we're going to do, what it was wanting you to do, is we're going to put a loader down here. Let's go ahead and put the loader on our hotbar, like this. We'll put the belt on the hotbar as well. And I'm going to, for future movement, we're going to just grab. Now it's coming here showing you the thing. It says machine to loader, the belt to loader, loader input to the machine. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow through that. Has a little graphic here for that. And we're going to put the output of that onto this loader. Now each one of those little doors you see on the bottom here, those are outputs. Those are all possible outputs. It has a very, very modular system in this game. I love it. I like it. And I suggest, hopefully, you can embrace it. Alright. It needs power, so we're going to move one block. So it has its low voltage power. Now we're going to use the belts, the conveyors. So we put that on 7. We're just going to start right here. And we can drag. We're going to put to there. Use R to turn it. Now, you can create a curve by going at a right angle into the belt. And it looks like we will not have enough conveyors. But, as you can see, it automatically starts outputting through the loader. So, we need to make more conveyors. We need more plates. So, we need to grab more. This. Give me a moment. I'm going to get that set up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, real quick before I finish this setup for the Techum rod belt. As you see, I have built a slope and we're about to put a loader onto here. Now, here's the thing though. This is an input. The other one was an output. The loaders take either role. If you hold your right mouse button, it will bring up wheel, and you can select the default mode that it stays in. Whether whenever you place them, it'll automatically be an input or output, or it will take the default register from the building. In this case, we're going to take input. So we'll place that down, and now you see there's a, it says no power. That's because I don't have the biomass generator. But if you want to change the state of your loader, you just hit this, and it'll change the output with a bronze color or blue with an input color. Now let's get this some power. Now I built another biomass generator earlier. We'll put that there. Drop some of that. Now we're going to come around to here. I need to make a little bit more floor space apparently. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, we're going to come up here, configure the smelter, and we're going to make Tekken rods. We now have the rods automated. And then we're going to go ahead and we need, what do we need to make another one again? We just need, so we got rods being made. We need plates. Let me go grab some more. As soon as I get the other one made, I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I have the smelter for the iron plate, or for the ferrite plates set up. It is running right now. As you can see, I attached it to the miner directly with thing. This will be probably changed in the next video, but yeah, that's all I did. Use the modular output, put this to here, pair of belts, 2 belt pieces, goes to this input, gets in here. And just like this, each one of these slots counts as a possible input and output for this machinery. So, wherever, if you think you need to use it, you can always use it. And just like the primitives, you can use auto stack and the auto insert and the auto withdrawal. Grab what you need. And what I'm going to do over time, next time around, this will get moved up to there, next to that, so both machines can be next to each other, and we will create power plant, because the next thing is research lab, and we will handle that. Right there, that's a quick guide for starting a beginning part of this, get you some beginner tips on early automation, and yeah, hope you enjoyed what you watch. Hopefully this was informative. Like, subscribe. This is Arcades from our Arcades Engineering Corps. Signing out. Have yourself a good day.